Hello, my name is Carmine Tuoso, and today I am presenting my international case 2 about Africa Drought Watch, also known as ADW. ADW is a continent-wide drought monitoring and early warning system created to help African countries detect drought conditions earlier and respond before impacts become severe. ADW officially launched on September 9th, 2025 at the Second Africa Climate Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, announced by the African Union Commission. The main goal of ADW is to protect water supplies, agriculture, and communities by giving countries timely information about rainfall, soil moisture, and vegetation conditions. The two key course concepts that connect to the system are environmental governance and institutions and ecosystem services and drought management. These concepts explain how ADW functions and why it matters. The picture on this slide shows African Union officials standing together at the launch event for Africa Drought Watch during the 2025 Africa Climate Summit. They are holding posters of the new drought monitoring system in front of a backdrop promoting early warning and preparedness. Drought is a major environmental challenge across Africa. Many people rely on rain-fed farming and local water sources, so drought affects food, production, soil quality, and access to water. According to the African Union, more than 300 million people face drought risks every year. The World Bank also reports that drought conditions in Africa have intensified due to climate change and land use pressures. ADW was created through a partnership involving UNDRR, UNCCD, and IGAD. These organizations work together to coordinate drought monitoring and improve early warning systems across Africa. This collaboration is an example of environmental governance where multiple institutions support a shared goal. ADW gives countries earlier information so they can prepare communities before drought impacts escalate. The picture on the slide shows individuals supporting livestock in a drought-affected community in East Africa. Africa Drought Watch uses a combination of satellite data, rainfall measurements, climate indices, and local weather reports to detect early signs of drought. The system produces monthly bulletins that summarize rainfall shortages, soil moisture changes, and vegetation stress across different regions. ADW partners with major African climate organizations including ACMAD and regional climate centers. These partnerships ensure that the data is accurate and reflects real-time conditions on the ground. ADW also provides drought alert maps that help governments visualize which areas are most at risk. The system connects directly to the hydrological cycle because it monitors rainfall, evaporation, soil moisture, and how water moves through ecosystems. ADW is also a risk management tool because early detection gives communities more time to protect crops, manage water, and plan for dry conditions. The image on this slide shows the African Union's Drought Watch map from June 2025, displaying drought advisory levels across the continent. The colors and patterns highlight both short-term and long-term drought conditions affecting multiple regions. Drought significantly affects ecosystem services such as soil health, crop growth, water availability, and grazing land. When rainfall drops and temperatures rise, soil moisture decreases, vegetation dries out, and water sources become limited. These changes increase food insecurity and weaken local economies. The Integrated Drought Index developed by Umigwaneza et al., which means and others, shows how drought impacts cropland in East Africa by lowering crop yields and causes vegetation stress. ADW helps reduce these impacts by providing early warnings so farmers and communities can prepare. Early action protects agricultural systems, reduces food insecurity, and prevents land degradation. This supports sustainability and resilience. The The image on this slide shows a displaced family affected by drought in Somalia. Africa Drought Watch is a part of a broader drought governance strategy in Africa. On September 30th, 2025, the Africa Water Center was launched in Burkina Faso with support from the World Bank. This center focuses on water planning, drought preparedness, and climate research. ADW and the Africa Water Center support each other. ADW provides scientific data through drought alerts, and the African Center provides institutional capacity to help countries act on that information. This collaboration shows strong governance and cooperation. Institutions share data, coordinate responses, and support communities facing drought risks. These actions connect directly to the course concepts about governance and resilience. Picture on this slide shows Africans, heads of state, and delegates gathered for the second Africa Climate Summit held from September 8th to September 10th in Addis Ababa. Africa Drought Watch helps African countries prepare for drought by providing early and accurate information. It protects ecosystem services by monitoring water systems, soil moisture, and vegetation. It improves environmental governance by linking African institutions with international partners. ADW represents a shift from reacting to drought impacts to planning ahead and preventing them. The two key concepts, environmental governance and ecosystem services, appear clearly in how ADW operates and why it was created. These projects also show that early warning and strong governance can turn environmental risk into opportunity by helping communities protect natural resources and maintain resilience. Thank you for listening. This is my reference list for my international case 2.